How's it going, everybody? I feel a little better each day. Um, I never did get tested. I do need to get tested before I go back. A little nervous about that. I hear there's a product on the end of it that is toxic, in their world used for sterilization, but no matter, you know, doesn't seem like that seems to be that big a problem for the masses. So I'm going to hope that doesn't bother me either. I know a lot of people it hasn't bothered them one bit. So now we could say the same thing about the thing itself that they're making everybody get or suggesting everybody get. And there's a lot of people that are fine with that. But as I told a friend today who doesn't have it, I said, it says it has nanotechnology in it. And we know nanotechnology connects to 5G technology. Therefore, by proxy, since it has been said to be directed DEW energy. So, thinking about the W word weapon, you put all three of those together, directed, and you start to wonder energy, if not that, the fact that weapon, what if they turned it up and you're connected to it? A certain neighborhood, central part of a city. They could say, oh, it's spreading, when all they've done is turn it up. And since people are connected to it, it's kind of like making them very toxic and very ill. So, because I could care less about them knowing where I'm at. They know where you're at anyway from your cell phone tracking. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about, them knowing my bear tracks, my animal tracks, tracking. I'm not worried about that. Who cares? If that's all it was, big deal. Well, I shouldn't say big deal, but if they were going to make your life absolutely miserable without it, can't grocery shop, can't do this, can't do that, can't work, but that's not the part that bothers me. The part that bothers me is and of course, at the end times, mark of the beast, by having everybody connected, then the entities just come through the technology and enter right into you and use your body as an avatar and start killing sheep. You become superheroes. You're going to be a fallen angel human hybrid, as mingling themselves with the seed of man, iron and clay. The iron is the machine, the clay is man. We've been all through that, right? Absolutely, positively convinced that that's what will occur, what will happen. Jesus said, so like it was in the days of Noah. What was it like in the days of Noah? Jesus said, so like it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be when the Son of Man returns, loosely said. How was it in the days of Noah? Fallen angel human hybrids. That's what it'll be. Humans will be hybridized fallen angels. They will be superheroes. It'll be sold as man's final evolutionary state to godhood. So I've got this video up called The Image That Speaks, the Voice, one of the best non-Zoom videos. It's one of the best videos I ever did. I'm telling you, it's 57 minutes of just pure jaw-dropping amazingness, showing you that the image that speaks, the voice came on after the Celebrity Apprentice, and that's how it began. I was like, I saw a Facebook post that I made, and I was like, the Facebook memory was, how come there's 27,000 commercials for the voice while I'm watching Celebrity Apprentice? Well, there you go. That's the beast and the image that speaks, back to back, boom, boom. So it started me thinking about a song called The Voice by Alan Parsons Project. Well, I started looking around concerning Alan Parsons Project and couldn't believe what I ran into. Let's go over a little bit of everything that I've got saved in my prep. I did watch Skyfall again. And just to reiterate, just a few simple things. There's the 216, 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. And we know that James Bond is 007. There are 7 kings, 5 have fallen, and one is not yet come. When he comes, he must continue a short space. I believe the 5 are fallen come after 2 that are not fallen, which was Darius the Mede and his predecessor, Nebuchadnezzar. If only 1 is fallen, five have fallen and 1 isn't, that would be 6. And then it says, and 1 is, that would be 7, and 1 is not yet come. And that, of course, is the 8th, which is of the 7. So, like I've told y'all many times, I'm not sure exactly how that goes. If it is only 1, it's hard to say. You could start off with Nimrod, but I don't think it starts with Nimrod. I think it starts with Nebuchadnezzar because that involved the Jewish community. That involved Israel in the captivity. Anyway, you got the 666 over Bond's head right there. Again, and I've shown you all the 666, on the speedometer of the movie On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I just have to go back and watch it. Society only tolerates 1 change at a time. That's why what you see around you is a very slow drip. This is from the movie The Prestige, which shows you that it's all about cloning, and that's how Trump's body double is a clone, because that's what the movie's about. Now, this is Alan Parsons Project, who did the song The Voice from the album I, Robot. Get it? I, Robot. The Voice, Ghost in the Machine, album by The Police, Ghost in the Machine. The song is called Lucifer from the album Eve. Just to show you who Alan Parsons is. Not that anybody in the music industry is not of their world. You have to be. But that one, extremely telling. The song is Lucifer. It's more of an up-close version. I guess we'll look up the lyrics. This is my channel that is sports only, which I uploaded these videos to. So since I don't subscribe to anybody on the channels, on that channel, my sports only channel, look what they give me as suggestions: beauty and fashion, and then comedy, and then sports. Anyway, so when you click the video portion, I think I already did. That's what that is. There we go. So this is my sports only channel. As you can see, this is before I got out of sports and learned that sports is fake and all that. But the November 5th, 1955, You Killed My Pine. I showed y'all that the other day. But here's some things from... I already showed y'all this, didn't I? The Welcome to Scotland and all that. I did. Yeah, I already did all that. There's no need then. Resurrection. Yeah, I showed y'all that. So, but this image that speaks from Alan Parsons Project, The Voice, and my breakdown and my history with it, and as we go through their songs and their lyrics, I'm going to put this in the description. Now, right now, Alan Parsons Project, Lucifer, lyrics. That's a lyrics video. Karaoke lyrics. Let's just see if we can just get simple lyrics here. Well, not to waste your time. Well, not to waste your time. I did some research, and apparently, it's just an instrumental. So I want to double check that. Let's just double check it.
This is the checkers game where grandson.
And while we're waiting, I think we're done with all of that prep. I will go to your comments, see if anybody's thrown any down. It popped it out on July 20th. If I'm not mistaken, July 20th was when The Dark Knight Rises was released also in 2012. Remember that? So anyway, hang on just a quick second. We'll go over any comments. And Donald Trump Antichrist Part 35 Ghostbusters had a comment. You confuse Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2. Bobby Brown video was from the sequel in 1989. Well, my bad. I wasn't even aware of that. But, you know, we will call it the Ghostbusters franchise. How about that? And thanks for keeping us, give you a thumbs up there. Thanks for keeping us updated on that. To go 314-324. Tomorrow is an alert day. The FEMA is going to do some alert testing stuff. Now, why would they do that on the 11th? Because August 11th is 8/11. 8 times 11 is 88. So we're still looking at Trump's event in Coleman, Alabama, as being some sort of targeted potential moment for the Antichrist Deadly Wound event, which of course would kick off the end of the world as we know it, as the song says. That of course has the words Donald Trump in it. And if you're new and you never saw that one, we'll close with it. The end of the world as we know it, lyrics. And they just throw out the name Donald Trump. They run by it so quickly. And let me pause and find it for you. It doesn't. It just says trumped. My bad. And I could have swore it said Donald Trump, but that's just a goof on my part. All right, but that's everything. Yeah. And Bible study upcoming. My Bible study channel. If to me, that's the most important thing we should all be doing is learning the truth in his word. They haven't come with a lot of enthusiasm because I've just been very ill. I do believe the illness could possibly end up being real, that they've just put something in pokes. Things you take from the, you know, you go to the pharmacy, right? And you get a script. Be tainted. I have no idea. I have no idea what's, I never felt that it was real because I never felt they would do each other. Because their world is a brotherhood and they're everywhere. And so how is it just out there and they're all just, you know, I don't know. I don't get it. But yet it really does seem like you talk to enough people that it's people that really have had all these problems that are unique. Oh, and what they spray in the sky. I mean, that could always get back down to it, you know, as soon as your immune system gets low. That's what happened to me. Like I said, I'm no longer drinking, but I drank a Friday night. My friend was in town, wasn't driving, and I was on that pace of 1 per hour. But over a 6 hour period, if you drank 5, 2 glasses of sake and then 3 vodkas, well, I don't think that's what the Lord wants you doing. And I did it anyway. And then I had a double tequila on a Monday, and then 2 double tequilas on a Tuesday, and half a glass of wine at least, as I was just sitting there after my meal and talking to the locals in New Smyrna Beach. And next day I was feeling pretty rough, but it was on the ride home. The EMF and that new car I've got, it pegs to the far right. The electromagnetic field is ridiculous. And I was in that car for 2 hours, and that was a tipping point. And I got sick the year 1 month exactly, because the first case was December 31st. Well, I got sick a couple days before Thanksgiving. Well, I'm sorry, the day after Thanksgiving, which was at the very end of November that year. It was like the 28th, 27th, 29th, something like that. And so I couldn't help but wonder, did you get me sick bookends, Lord? A bookend a month before it began, and a bookend the month before we move on to the next horse. Because if that's the case, then that August license tag on Back to the Future really is when he will go down. Because I got ill at the end of July. And by the middle to end of August here, the 21st, 22nd, if it's all going down then, and then war breaks out at the very end of the month, electricity's out, bombs dropping, martial law, tanks in the streets, technology gets turned up, and everybody connected to it starts to melt. I mean, like, it really begins. Maybe that's why the Lord got me sick, because when you get sick to its core, it's not from, let's just say it's not from person to person. It's just your time for your body to release toxins. And that's what it does. And I was toxic. I just told y'all how I got toxic, and then what the tipping point was the electromagnetic field in the car. Well, that's extremely toxic, and it was the tipping point. And that was what I was getting to, is when I got sick the first time back in 2019. I held onto my cell phone for 2 hours, just on vacation, Thanksgiving break, on vacation. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but as a teacher, I was off, and I was just getting rid of all of these YouTube videos that I had liked, as if that mattered. So because I like to watch videos, that what I do is I like them, and then I go down and watch them. I go to my liked and I watch them. And then after I watch it, I unlike them. Well, I was like 4,000 deep, and I was like 2,000 deep at the time. And I was like, it was just dumb, but it's what the Lord had me do. And all things give thanks. This is the will of the Lord concerning you. He had me get sick. And I was very toxic. I was that fall, because I was sick with a cold in October and sick with a cold in September, and ended up with a flu in November. And I would drink wine and get sick. It's like those sulfites. It was like it pushed me right over the edge with a cold. And then boom, eventually there came the flu. So the Lord is definitely telling me, yeah, you're not drinking anymore. Daniel didn't drink. I'm not drinking. It says don't be in drunkenness. Doesn't say anything that you can't ever drink alcohol. But I personally am done. And I said, Lord, if this is your final step for me to really help understand these end times and or to get me ready for when they do possibly turn up technology, to start making everybody very ill, maybe I will be so detoxified that I will be more resistant for my body breaking down, because it's breaking down now. And that's what you want. You want to get rid of all those toxins in your body. Y'all get what I'm saying. I'm happy for this detox, even though I've missed a lot of work. Today was the first day with students and I wasn't there. So that was a bummer. You don't like to start off like that. But anyway, love y'all very much.